Hello, this is Raymond Smith with Disciple Blueprint, helping you become a fully devoted follower of Christ. Welcome back. Let's talk about something a lot of people quietly wonder when anxiety hits. Where's God in this? Because when your mind is racing, when your thoughts are overwhelming, when you feel that tension building inside, God can feel distant. Not gone, just hard to find. And that's where anxiety gets even heavier, because now it's not just what you're feeling, it's the question of whether God is even close in the middle of it. But here's what Scripture shows us. God is not absent in your anxious moments. He's present right in the middle of them. The problem is we often look for him in the wrong place. Think about the disciples in Mark 4. They're in a boat in the middle of a storm. The wind is howling, the waves are crashing, the situation is completely out of control. And what are they doing? Panicking. They're convinced they're about to die. And where is Jesus? Well, he's in the boat, right there with them. But they don't feel that. All they see is the storm. Mark 4:38 says, "He was in the stern, sleeping on the cushion. So they woke him up and said to him, 'Teacher, don't you care that we're going to die?'" That's anxiety talking. Don't you care? And maybe you felt that too. Not out loud, but internally. God, do you see this? God, do you care about what I'm dealing with? And what does Jesus do? He gets up and he calms the storm. Not eventually, immediately. But here's what's important. He was already there before the storm stopped. His presence didn't show up when things got calm. He was present in the middle of the chaos. That's where we miss it. We tend to think, I'll feel God when things settle down, or I'll feel close to God when my mind is calm. But Scripture shows us something different. God's presence is not tied to your emotional state. He is just as present in your anxiety as he is in your peace. Let's look at another moment. In Genesis 16, Hagar is running away. She's overwhelmed, mistreated, and alone in the wilderness. No support, no direction, no clear future. And right there in that place, God meets her. And she gives him a name, the God who sees me. Think about that. Not the God who fixes everything instantly, not the God who removed every problem, the God who sees me. That matters, because one of the hardest parts of anxiety is feeling unseen, like no one really understands what's going on inside your head, but God does. He sees every thought, every fear, every moment where you feel overwhelmed. He meets you there. And then there's something else David said. But don't worry, we're not going back to his whole story again. Just one truth from Psalm 139. Where can I go to escape your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? The answer? Nowhere. There is no anxious thought, no overwhelming moment, no spiral you get caught in where God is not already there. So if God is present, why does he feel distant? Because anxiety shifts our focus. It pulls your attention towards the problem, toward the what if, or towards the fear, or toward the unknown. And the more your focus narrows on those things, the harder it becomes to recognize that God is right there with you. That's why presence isn't something you feel first. It's something you recognize, even when your emotions don't line up yet. So what do you do in that moment when anxiety is loud and God feels quiet? You don't wait until you feel better. You acknowledge what's true. God, you're here, even if I don't feel it. God, you see this, even if I don't understand it. God, you haven't left, even if it feels like you have. That's not pretending. That's anchoring yourself in truth. and something begins to shift, not always immediately, but steadily. Your awareness changes. You start noticing that you're not alone in it, that you don't have to carry everything by yourself, that God's presence isn't something you have to chase. It's something that's already there. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God." Notice that. Not that I will be with you later. I am with you right now. So when anxiety shows up and you start wondering where God is, don't look for a feeling first. Look for truth. Because the truth is, He's in the boat. He's in the wilderness. He's in the middle of your thoughts, even when you feel out of control. You're not trying to bring God into your situation. He's already there. You're learning to recognize Him in it. And that changes everything. If this encouraged you today, don't stop here. Head over to DiscipleBlueprint.com and check out the Disciple Blueprint website and membership option, where you'll find deeper studies, tools, and resources to help you grow in your faith every day. And if you haven't already, follow us at Disciple Blueprint so you don't miss what's next. We'll see you in the next episode.